Have you ever adopted a rescue animal?
Why?
Yeah, a one-eyed tabby cat named Patch. Found him at the shelter, and he was in the back corner, not making a fuss like the other kittens. The volunteer said he had been there 8 months because people kept passing him over for the younger ones, and the missing eye made them uncomfortable. I picked him up and he immediately curled into my chest and went to sleep. That was it. I was done.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the adult rescue cats are already who they are. You do not get the surprise of, oh. Yes, why? Because we wanted to, that's all. All of my pets have been rescues. They deserve love, too. A turkey. A domestic turkey wandered into my aunt and uncle's property. They put it in a dog kennel assuming someone would come looking for it. A few months later, they were moving, so we took it. It spent about 15 months getting fed and roosting in an old shed. Then it disappeared. Next deer season, Dad saw half wild, half domestic turkeys. Dude heard the call of the wild and found himself a mate. Multiple. I don't want to go through the pain of raising a puppy. Adult dogs are much less into chewing up every shoe they can find. Besides, that adult dog deserves a home too. So far, 2 Bassets, a Rottweiler, a Doberman, and a Bouvier, all have since crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I'd pay the dog tax, but this sub doesn't allow images. My stepdad and I were on our way home from the store, and we were waved down where we found a bird struggling on the road. It likely got panicked by oncoming traffic because it was still all right, just had trouble with its left half. Brought it home, gave it food and water, kept it in a cage for the night. Then the next morning he flew off into the trees and back into the world. That's the only thing I can connect to rescue animals with. Glad we brought that bird back to life. All my animals over the years have been rescues. Our current puppy we met at an adoption event, at the bar we had our first date at. We like to think our family all started at the same place. Rescues are usually significantly cheaper. They are usually fully vaccinated and typically fixed. I've honestly never had any urge to get a non-rescue animal. I've had 3 rescued Bearden dragons. Why not? They all needed help in their own ways.
Twice.
It was the right thing to do. Rescued several parrots and parakeets. 3 found/captured outside. Owners not located. 1 was for sure abandoned/moved away from. Another was directly surrendered to me, and another indirectly. Adopted our 2 bunnies and my daughter's guinea pig. Have taken in a couple dogs whose owners died, and adopted a Newfoundland from a rescue org. Of our 4 cats, current and past, 3 were barn kittens and the 4th came from a shelter.
Why?
Because they needed homes. 3 times. Most animals picked up as strays are put down eventually. Not all rescue organizations are no-kill. I saved 3 lives. I have 0 interest in specific breeds. Yes, a rabbit. He was so kind and clever. I really wonder why people got rid of him. Had him for 7 years. BF and I cried every night for 3 months when he died. He was our baby. A month after we got married, we went to a shelter and got a cat, Nadia, who lived to be 20. 2 of our dogs, Greta and Ferris, were rescues. We lost Greta a few years ago, but still have Ferris. Wonderful dogs. Yup. Cat distribution system hadn't visited in a while, and my cutie fell in love with a lil blind girl the moment I showed him the picture. I have 5 dogs, Oz rescues. All of my cats have been rescues. They're cheap, need good homes, and are absolutely adorable. All of our pets are rescues. Everybody needs a forever home. In a way, rather than being a recognized rescue, our dog was a stray. She showed up on our doorstep one day, wanting to live with us. She was dirty, matted, and flea-ridden. I had been asking my wife for a dog for several years, but she kept saying we weren't ready. So I sat back and said nothing, not wanting to fall in love with it. Over the course of 6 hours, we waited for animal control to arrive. Every once in a while, my wife would go back. We had moved her to our backyard, so she would. All of mine have been rescues, and they've all had the best personalities. Yes, but not by choice. My dad, who has early onset Alzheimer's, brought me a dog for my birthday 3 years ago, and she had puppies face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Several. Most recently, an import rescue from a puppy/meat mill in Korea. Eva has a lot of mental baggage, but she's healing. And a very sweet girl. I can't save all the dogs, but I can save some of them. So I will. Yes, pet rats. Many, many times. I've probably taken in about 30 rescue rats over the last 20 years. Rats are excellent pets, but they require a lot more care and expense than people realize. Parents get them for their kids, put them in a small cage, and feed them seed mixes. Kids get bored of them, and they either get dumped outside to die, or, if lucky, at an animal shelter for adoption, or even luckier, a rat rescue. Rats are very fragile little creatures, and don't live long. 2 to 3, yeah. Yes. Not me. My friend once had this huge rat that a restaurant kitchen threw out. I only adopt rescue dogs, allergic to cats. IMO, there are so many abandoned, neglected, and abused dogs that there is never a reason to buy one from a store. If you're a breeder, you already don't purchase animals retail. So, no point.